Hey there, Mark Warnken here. Thanks for tuning in. And as you can see, we are on my LinkedIn profile straight away. I am recording this on my iPad though, because this video is all about what are LinkedIn stories and how do we use them. The first tip, the first bit of information I have for everyone is that the stories feature is only available for us to use via mobile phone and tablet. Hence why I'm recording this video on my iPad. So if I was to now click on the home button, up the top here is the LinkedIn stories that are currently appearing in my newsfeed. These are the LinkedIn stories that are appearing from some of my first level connections, and this is how it will actually appear for everyone who has access to the LinkedIn stories feature. Now, I say have access. LinkedIn only released this new stories feature not that long ago. Australia is one of the 4 countries only in the world who have access to it. So the Netherlands, United Arab Emirates, Brazil and Australia. So if you're watching this video and you don't actually have access to the LinkedIn Stories feature yet, just hang tight because I'm sure it will be coming to your country, to your device pretty soon as well. And as always, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tick the bell icon to stay up to date. Equally, if you're watching it on my LinkedIn profile, leave me a comment, say hello, let me know where you're tuning in from around the world, and send me a connection request as well. So what are LinkedIn stories and how do we use them? Well, the stories feature is just another way for us to communicate, to share information with our LinkedIn community or the LinkedIn global network around the world. It's just another way for us to share information. Now, most of us are used to doing, image, text and text, video texts are very popular now as well, or even just, a written text post on LinkedIn that promotes you, your business and brand, or just shares relevant information that the wider LinkedIn community might find interesting. The stories feature is just another way for us to communicate our message. Now, it has been borrowed from Facebook and Instagram, so it takes a more, or a less formal approach in regard to the information that you're sharing. So, if I now have a look at my stories that are appearing in my newsfeed at the top of my homepage, let's click on a couple of them and see what some of the people in my network have been doing. So, if I click on Bashir, what has Bashir been posting? This one seems quite funny, and LinkedIn is loosening up a little bit. It's less suit and tie and corporate, and it's moving more into mainstream. So that was a fun and interesting magic trick. Equally, String's part of my network. She's promoting. There's a product or some software there that she's sharing some information on. Amanda, what's Amanda up to? Some comics and various things. So it's really up to you what you want to do and or promote and how you use it. Edward's always a power user on LinkedIn. Edward's a fellow Sydney-sider, Australian like me. So, there's no rules, I suppose, as such. If you're a more corporate-y person, you're going to be looking at promoting more corporate content. But if you're in a more graphic design job or someone like me in social media, you're probably going to take a less formal approach. So there's really opened the possibility and the potential with LinkedIn stories is really endless. And a more relaxed way that I've shared some information about myself and my business and my brand was on the stories that I published this morning. So if I click on top left where it's got your story, meaning myself, it's going to show you the 3 stories that I posted this morning. One of them was just, letting everyone know I had an early start coffee. Then it was uploading YouTube time. So again, just some behind the scenes work that I'm doing. And then the third one this morning was when I was having a break in at the gym. So, that's how I've used LinkedIn stories this morning. Each and every one of us can use it in our own particular way. But let me now show everyone how to actually do all of that starting from scratch. Now, I've actually deleted those 3 stories that I posted this morning, so I can start from scratch and show everyone how to do it. as another tip, the LinkedIn stories we post only stay live for 24 hours. So top left, I'm going to click on the plus icon. It's then going to take me to the folder where I can select an image from my iPad. Now I've selected this image here in regard to the most popular YouTube channels in the world: T-Series, PewDiePie, CoComelon, etc., etc. So you can actually add some text and image. So top right where you see the T icon, add some text as well. To enhance the story. There we go. So we all get to add some text, and we can then move that around the screen. Unfortunately, they don't let you increase the size of it, or I haven't been able to work out how to do it yet. But that's one of the, I suppose, the limitations on LinkedIn stories in regard to Facebook and Instagram, who are very evolved with this. So change the color as well, but I like the blue. Now also we can add some what they call stickers and emojis as well. Now this is a classic example of how LinkedIn are getting a little bit more away from just the suit and tie. Now all of these seem to be cartoon style characters, that type of thing. Some of you might be looking at this thinking, Mark, this is really something I just wouldn't do, and that's totally fine. How we use social media is entirely up to ourselves these days. Stories on the other social media platforms are extremely popular. So this is where you could add something as well. Let me see, is there anything that I want to add to that? I will just add the light bulb for interest's sake. Well, and if you don't like that, you can just scroll it up the top and take it away. Let me see if I can find that something maybe is a little bit more relevant though. Break time, new, here we go, just the computer, there we go. Now, we can't actually increase the sizing of that one, but anyway, I will put it there. Now, it is getting a little bit obscure with the information on this screen. So you know what? I'm not going to add any text or add any image. Another thing that we can do though, and it's quite handy, is you can mention someone. So you can actually mention someone and you would search for them. I might mention Jalal. Jalal's a new connection and a new client of mine here in Sydney. So there we go. I could actually mention someone within my my LinkedIn story. So, and he would then get notified as well. But I'm not going to add any text. I'm not going to add any notifications, and I'm not going to mention anyone, and I'm not going to add any images, because this photo tells the story, and this is all I want to share with my network, the most popular YouTube channels in the world. So after that, it's pretty done. Share the story, and it's now going to go to my timeline, and that's how simple it is for all of us to start utilizing LinkedIn stories. So that image that I've just posted will stay, it'll get uploaded. The top left hand corner, you can see it is loading, and it will then be on my stories news feed for 24 hours, and my first level connections will have the opportunity of seeing that. So if I now click on my stories, it should show us that image on YouTube, popular channels, as populated as part of my stories. And there we go, it just uploaded, and there we go. So that piece of information goes out just like another post, whether it be an image post, a text post, or a video post. LinkedIn stories now give us another way to share information with our business community around the world, not only our own connections, but I suppose, people in the wider LinkedIn network, global network as well. So hopefully you found this information informative, entertaining, and helpful. LinkedIn stories, look out for it if it hasn't actually reached your shores yet. We've only got those 4 countries in the world: Australia, Netherlands, United Arab Emirates, Brazil. I'm quite sure LinkedIn will start rolling it out to more countries. I believe it's still only in test stage at the moment, so who knows what will happen with it, but let's hope it does get rolled out to everyone around the world. I'm loving some of the features that LinkedIn have been rolling out, LinkedIn stories, LinkedIn events, and you can see on my LinkedIn profile a video I did last week. See the speaker icon now. LinkedIn have that new feature as well in regard to its a voice pronunciation. Allows us to record a short 10-second video on how to pronounce our name. So LinkedIn stories is just an evolution and another good feature that they have rolled out. So Hopefully you found it informative, entertaining and helpful. Leave me a comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from around the world. Mark Warnken, Social Media Selling 123 signing off. I look forward to seeing you again in another one of my videos real soon.